going to talk about how, the faith that that woman had in the gospel, how the woman who had that issue with blood. But to look at how true her faith is, we need to actually go back to the laws of Moses and how difficult it actually is for her, to have this problem, and how it's like played her life, and how it is actually more than just the fact that she's continually bleeding, that actually there's an issue with that. So to look on that, we're going to look at Leviticus chapter 15, and I'm going to read from verse 19. If a woman has discharge, and the discharge from her body is blood, she shall be set apart 7 days, and whoever touches her shall be unclean until evening. Everything that she lies on during her impurity shall be unclean. Also everything that she sits on shall be unclean. Whoever touches her be unclean until evening, and whoever touches anything that she has sat on shall wash his clothes and bathe in water and be unclean until evening. If anything is on her bed or on anything on which she sits, when she touches it, he shall be unclean until evening. And if any man lies with her at all, so that her impurity is on him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and every bed on which he lies shall be unclean. If a woman has a discharge of blood for many days, other than at any time of her customary impurity, or if it runs beyond her usual time of impurity, all the days of her unclean discharge shall be unclean. Every bed on which she lies all the days of her discharge shall be to her as the bed of her impurity. And whatever she sits on, it shall be unclean as uncleanness of her impurity. Whoever touches those things shall be unclean. He shall wash his clothes and bathe in water and be unclean until evening. So as you read, even if you have a condition where you're constantly bleeding, you're still unclean. So if anyone touches you, they're unclean. So imagine her life. Like, she's got to either, she's basically an outcast because no one wants to go near her because she's unclean, or if she tries to go out and stuff and they find out that she's unclean and they've been around her, they're not going to be happy. So she's literally an outcast. And if we go to Mark chapter 5 from verse 25, it basically says that she's been suffering this for 12 years. Imagine 12 years of your life having this, and something the physicians don't know what to do. They don't know how to stop this from happening, and she's suffering this. And it's not just the act of the fact that she's she's got this condition, but it's the fact that no one's going anywhere near her, because otherwise they're unclean, and then they've got to do the whole situation that's unclean. So carrying on from chapter 5 verse 25. So now a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years and had suffered many things from many physicians. She had spent all that she had and was no better, and rather grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him, the crowd, and touched his garment, for she said, if only I may touch his clothes, I should be made well. Imagine going through all this, all through these years. At this point, you'd probably given up hope. You'd probably been like, you know what, there's no cure for me. She would have felt helpless. I can't imagine what she'd be going through, to be fair. It's hard to actually imagine, but I know one of them would be suffering, outcasted, that kind of thing. But when she sees Jesus, she still has that faith. She's like, she's obviously seen what Jesus can do and heal all these people, and even her, she's like, you know what, he can heal me, even all that she's going through, she still has that faith, even though she's gone through all these physicians that couldn't help her or anything. In her heart, she knew that Jesus would be able to heal her. And it's just amazing just to see how even through her suffering she did not give up hope, even the look upon, Jesus, because if you got to remember, okay, these physicians couldn't find a cure. Yeah, Jesus was healing people, but because of what she's gone through, she may, you know, a normal person may think, look, physicians can't even heal me, so how can this person that's come out of nowhere be able to heal me? But she was like, no, within this suffering, I believe, and it's that belief that made her heal. So if you go then to jump to 34, and it says, and he said to her, daughter, your faith has made you well, go in peace and be healed of your affliction. It's just that faith that even through it, even through her difficulties, no one else could heal her. She knew that this one person, that one person can heal her. And sometimes we may be going through things where we feel that we've tried to get help from other patients, not necessarily health-wise, but it could be any situation where we've tried to kind of reach out or try to kind of go to other people to help or that sort of thing, that they can't come up with anything, or it doesn't seem that anything is working. But that faith in Jesus, that whatever you're going through, whatever is happening in your life, Jesus will make that way. If you have faith in him, he will make that way for you. That would be either be health, finances, any issue that you have, that you've tried, maybe different outcome, you've gone to different people, but that's not work. Just have that faith in Jesus that either he will move it himself or he will bring the right people to you, because sometimes we may think that we're going to the right people that actually not the right people at all.